Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're cutting through the noise around YouTube. Not just the big numbers, everyone knows it's huge. But the real question, the strategic one, how do you actually reach the right people when, well, the audience is basically half the internet?
Yeah, the scale is the first thing you just have to absorb. We're looking at, what, 2.54 billion active users globally? That's almost 45%, 44.9 to be exact, of all internet users.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's the second most visited website. Only Google itself is bigger.
Staggering numbers, for sure. But almost useless without context, right? So our mission here is to get past those stats. We want to figure out, okay, who are these billions of people, really? And maybe more importantly, what are they actually doing? What's the behavior when they hit play? Okay, let's start with the big myth, the one everyone kind of assumes. Is YouTube still mostly for kids, teenagers?
It's completely outdated. Honestly, it's a really costly assumption if you're trying to reach valuable consumers. If you look globally, the single largest age group isn't teens. It's 25 to 34-year-olds. They make up over a fifth, about 21.7% of all YouTube users.
I admit I probably would have guessed 18 to 24. So 25 to 34 being the biggest chunk.
Yeah.
That's a major strategic insight right there. But what about, older demographics? Gen X, boomers, are they just watching news clips here and there?
Not at all. Actually, Gen X and baby boomers, they're the fastest growing segments on the platform. We've seen watch time among adults 55 and over. It's grown 80% faster than for adults overall, just in the last few years. And look at a market like the US. It really skews towards higher income and education. We're talking 90% of people earning over $100,000 a year are using YouTube.
Okay, so older, more affluent. And how they watch is interesting too, right? This kind of duality. We always hear mobile first, but what about the living room? Is it really replacing like regular TV?
Yeah, it absolutely is. I mean, yes, most views are still mobile, somewhere between 63 and 70%. But, and this is huge, viewers are now watching over 1 billion hours of YouTube every day on their actual television screens. That doesn't sound like just another social media app. That sounds like a direct replacement for linear TV, for the living room experience. And that shift, that move to the TV screen is exactly why we have to stop thinking only about demographics. Static identity. It just doesn't capture the picture anymore.
Wait, hang on. So are you saying we should just ditch demographic targeting? That feels like a pretty radical shift.
It is a shift. The core pivot strategically is moving from identity, who someone is, to intent. Why are they watching right now? Because identity doesn't equal intent. Think about it. You yourself could be looking for DIY help 1 minute and researching a vacation the next. Same person, different intent, different archetype.
Okay, I see the logic. But if we're moving away from identity, how do put intent into practice? Can you give us a couple of solid examples? High-value behaviors.
Definitely. Let's look at 2 key archetypes. First, the knowledge seeker. These folks treat YouTube like it's the second biggest search engine, which effectively it is, a visual search engine. Their intent is super specific. How do I fix my leaky faucet? Or show me how to use this software feature. They want to learn or solve something now.
Makes sense. So how do you reach them?
Well, organically, it starts with SEO. You need precision there. For paid ads, you intercept that high intent using Google Ads custom segments. Those are really powerful because you can target people based on keywords they literally just searched for on Google. You're catching them right in that moment of need.
Got it. Intercepting the search. Okay, what's the second archetype?
The conscious shopper. This is someone who's pretty far down the purchase funnel. They're using YouTube for that final stage research, trying to de-risk a purchase, watching reviews, comparisons, unboxings, and this is critical. Over 40% of shoppers say they've got products they first discovered or researched on YouTube.
40%? Wow. That's a direct line to sales.
Huge conversion potential. Yeah. So the strategy there, you want to use in-market audiences. These audiences group together users that the algorithm knows are actively researching specific product categories. Like right now, they're looking into new running shoes or best 4K monitors.
Okay, so knowledge seekers need SEO and search targeting. Conscious shoppers need in-market audiences. It sounds like you need different types of content then, too.
Exactly. You need a portfolio. Balance is key. Your longer videos, the deep dives, tutorials, they build authority and trust. That's crucial for the conscious shopper who needs that validation before buying. But then you have shorts. They're absolutely vital for discovery, for grabbing attention quickly. I mean, 70 billion daily views on shorts. That's your fire hose. It brings in new eyeballs, especially Gen Z tastemakers who might then graduate to your longer stuff.
Right. Shorts for discovery, long form for authority. Okay, let's look ahead a bit. This is where it gets really interesting, I think. With privacy changes, third-party cookies going away,
Mm-hmm.
what becomes the most valuable asset for a channel moving forward?
Yeah, this is crucial. It's not just about getting views anymore. It's about owning your audience data, first-party data, your subscribers, people who've watched your videos before. That becomes gold because you can use paid tools like Google's Your Data segments to specifically target your own audience lists, people who already know and trust you. That gives you a durable competitive advantage that gets harder and harder to replicate from the outside. Your channel stops being just, a marketing tool. It becomes a strategic data engine.
A strategic data engine. I like that. So the big takeaway, focus on the intent, the why behind the watch.
Yeah.
Target the behavioral moment, not just the demographic profile. Build that first-party data asset. That's the future. Okay, that's a wrap on this deep dive. Hope you feel better equipped to navigate the vast ocean of YouTube viewers.